Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you, my dear students? I hope you are in a very good condition as always, so we can continue our discussion about the ESP course. Since in this video, I'm still talking about ESP course, but we will focus on three parts. The first one is the history of ESP, of course, and the second one is the concept of ESP, and the last one is about the characteristic of ESP. Okay, actually, this is such a brief explanation about uh, those three parts of ESP. Therefore, you as the students have to find out more about the information about English for specific purposes, whether it is the history, the concept, or the characteristic, or the use, or the function. So you have to actively uh, actively find out all information about the ESP. Okay, now I'm going to show you the presentation. Wait. Okay, I will start from the very beginning. Wait. No. Okay, as I said before, that we will focus on the history, the concept, and the characteristic. So I will start talk about the history or the growth of ESP. Okay, based on the result of my reading, that many researchers believe that the growth of ESP was happened in between 16th and 19th centuries. Actually, it was led by several factors. The first one is the revolution in technology that happened at the time. This revolution of technology, of course, led to the revolution in linguistics, since the massive revolution of technology happened in Europe at that time, forces the people from outside of Europe to come to Europe, yeah, and beside working, they also studying there. So they come to USA, UK, and Australia. Therefore, there is a development. There was a development of teaching, teaching and learning process. Uh, since the beginning, the focus is about general English for the foreigner. But since the massive revolution, the focus of teaching and learning is divided into general English and English for specific purposes. Okay, next is about the concept of ESP. The main concern of ESP is to give an effective learning. The effective learning here means that the teacher should be focused on certain goal of the learner. Yes, since the term specific here means certain goal or specific goal, it can be more limited into one goal. Okay. Refer to the concept of DSP. So we have the characteristic of ESP. We focus on the certain goal or the specific goal of the students. Therefore, we need to start from students' need and motivation. We as the teacher should be completely ask or completely observe what are the needs of the students and what are the motivation of the students in learning English. What are the purposes, their purposes. Okay, after knowing the needs and knowing the motivation, This ESP should focus on language in context. If the context is science, for example, we cannot go further to teach also about love, for example. It is not good, of course. And since the focus is language and context, so we, as the teachers, do not focus on grammar and language structure. Perhaps we can try to teach this as an additional material, but as long as the main goal of ESP is thought that it can be achieved. And why we teach ESP? Because we try to help people to communicate fluently in one area. As I said before, those who work in academy should learn or should focus on academic term, for example, an academic situation. We cannot force them to learn more about medicine. Yeah, that is the main purpose of ESP, which become the characteristic of ESP. Okay, really, if we refer to the purpose, the characteristic of the ESP, so we can try to conclude that mostly ESP is thought for university students or people who already in employment with reference to the certain vocabulary and skill they need. Yeah, so in the other side, ESP is not suitable for children. Yeah, and in especially in Indonesia, vocational school students are also taught by ESP. It depends on the major that they are that chosen by them. Okay, I will try to summarize the start from the history, the concept and the characteristic. So, what is ESP? ESP is a given course that will focus on one occupation or profession. Okay, now that's all the explanation from me. Okay, now I'm going to emphasize you that the way you try to find out the vocabularies that you have done last week is one of your one of your one of your step to teach ESP. After you know a little bit about the vocabularies, now I want you to uh, focus on one one side of ESP. If you're if you are in medicine group, just focus on it. You try to find out the information about what actually the medicine people needs in learning English. For further activity, um, I will mention in a class. So please learn more about the SP by yourself. Ask me directly if you have something to ask. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a nice day.